Can I get a sound check?
Sound check, sound check, sound check. Watching the
All right,
big
cool.
guys over there.
All right, we're good. And we're up for live. All right, we got 10U and 12U tryouts going now. Looks like we got cornerback turnover drills. Nice and tight, nice and tight. Get one at a time, not four at a time. Some better turns at this level. Obviously, 10 and 12U's going to be able to get the turns a little bit better. Some people slacking a little bit here, but 8U always a little bit rougher around the edges with the skills. For all those of you guys watching, make sure you guys subscribe to the Elevate channel too as well. Elevate 7-on-7. We have a video posted up over there. Going forward after today, we have to stream on this channel, but everything Elevate going forward is going to be streamed on the other YouTube channel. So make sure you guys find that channel. We have a posting about YouTube. Also for Instagram, we have posting on Instagram. You can find the link in our bio to find that YouTube channel. But if you guys look up the Elevate 209 or a teaser trailer, things like that, we'll have that up for you guys. Pretty good turns. Some of them are starting to stand up in their turn a little bit. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Not bad. You want to get some shuttles over here? Think about get shuttles going. He's getting bright. Coach going over the shuttle here. We're going to see how quick they are. Not bad. He's pretty quick on that. Turned over a little more than I like. But no one's actually taught him the fundamental of a shuttle drill, which is okay. Good job. Way to get up in and out of that. Not turning all the way around either. Kept him quick. He was the first one to finish out of that drill too. He's up in front too. Yep. He's first out of that drill. I don't know if you knew that, but that was good. You're 2 for 2 right now.
Good guess.
Good for you. Not bad. Close second place on that one. Quick. He was quick last time. He knows how to shuttle.
You saw that little
The
shuffle
shuffle,
at the beginning?
the first beginning shuffle. He's got to have more explosion out of that, but he knows how to shuttle.
It was correct.
That's what makes him quick. I'm certain he probably didn't win any of the 40-yard dash stuff, but that shuttle quickness. That kid in the blue here made that look easy, didn't he?
Yep.
He was looking at everybody else while he was running it. He wasn't even really running the shuttle.
Ooh.
Turned all the way around.
Yep.
Still was close to, oh, he's third, but still. Not bad.
He makes it look so effortless.
Yeah. There's some quick kids out here. Whack it. Whack it. Around the drill. Around the drill.
Why are
He
you gonna go in
says.
the middle of the drill? Come on.
Get out of the drill. If you're done, stay out. He's long. That's what helps him in this drill. He's actually long. He doesn't have to come down too far. He's got good reach. Not bad. Another good tight round there. All four of the people that ran on that one. Pretty tight. Oh, didn't get the jump on that one that he wanted. Got beat that time. One big man, come on.
Trying to be equal.
Tight end at best.
Yeah. I think he's in the wrong group.
Dragging the trailer. Done hit. Let's go.
Oh,
Yes.
out of the drill. Damn Don Deere.
Last one here. Let's see if kid in the maroon all the way on the 35 can beat the one on the 45. Yeah, blue wins again. Quick, it's quick. Looks like we're gonna swap drills here. Let's see what they get into. I think this bigger group now, I think this is the 12U group, right?
Yeah, it's the older group.
This is the 12U group, and they're gonna get in on the shuttle action here. I definitely want to see who's quick in the 12U.
I haven't seen any bodies yet either. You know, tall, lanky, athletic-looking kids.
This kid right here on the 40-yard line, check him.
The number 9?
Yeah, is he number 9?
Oh,
He's on the 40-yard
here.
line.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about 45 in the back of with the hoodie up.
No. 43 is pretty big kid too. Number 43 down here. He's pretty big. He doesn't know how to run it. Kid next to him in the red hoodie kind of beat him. Number 61 there on the 40-yard line. Pretty quick there. Not bad. Quick. That was quick. Slow start. .43 seemed a little stiff on that, didn't he?
Yeah.
I know he's a tall kid, but close race. That whole group there. Number 26 though, out here on the edge. He's the one that edged everybody out. Oh, what's he looking at everybody else for?
So he knows how to go, how hard to go.
Yeah, he just lost big time because he's paying attention to everybody else. Ooh, close race. Not a bad run there, 73. Yeah, he was efficient. He just beat everybody in that last heat right there.
Technique.
Quick. 68, the one next to him, I meant. Can't quite catch him. It was a quick group. Too loose for you? Do you stiffen up the tripod? Circle the cones here. So this will be about first. Be able to hit the gas and then the brakes right after and get those feet around those cones and get back up to speed again. Another good test of quickness out here. A lot of people see who have control of their speed rather than just raw speed going forward in the 40-yard dash. In 7-on-7, it's a lot about a stop and go rather than the just a full pitch out to the right side and run around everybody, right? Regular season football. Bring a lot about quickness, agility. Kid to the top.
That
Had a
small
good run.
kid?
Yeah, he had a good run. Beat everybody else out. Oops. Good burst. 73, looking good. Good quick feet. A little too much change of levels. He could just keep it low. Not bad, number 9, especially with a big guy. Way to get on the brakes, man. Get the feet in the ground.
You can really tell these kids that have just relied on their athleticism, and now that it's a little bit more structured, they struggle a little bit.
Just with the control of it, or just the competition?
Yeah, both, but more the controlling. Competition is always good. That brings it out more.
For sure.
I'm just talking about the structure. You know, you have to do it this way. They're actually thinking about it.
That tall kid on the 40, number 74.
Mm-hmm.
He's quick, big kid too. Wonder where he's from. 61 got a good jump on everybody.
First day, coach. First day.
First day, coach. First day. Gotta compete. Got a number on. Go out and compete. Good job. Ooh.
Oh,
Feet,
don't
feet,
give
feet,
up.
feet, man. Come on. I work on that step ladder a little more. Not bad. A little off-centered for my taste, but not bad. Still quick. There we go.
Ooh, there you go.
There we go.
Nice feet.
Good feet. Good
Wow,
burst.
that was nice.
I mean, I'd be nitpicking, but if he can get his arms in a little tighter, it'd be good.
Right. Not like this one who's just flopping his arms at the side
Yeah.
instead of pumping.
Well, that's what we talk about when we say raw, right? They haven't
Yes.
worked on much else. I'm sure you pitch him the ball in the regular season, he outruns most people, but
Right.
here, like I said, with being able to control your speed and change the direction, that'll be the big
Yep.
thing, and that coordination with your hands and your feet. Change direction. Some struggle. Some still struggling. Get out, get out, get out. Yeah, lineman sprints. Big man, go,
And
go,
no,
go.
this isn't in slow motion.
there, right behind the tent. What are you shooting, the tent? Stride out.
I'm tired,
Stride
coach.
out. Stride out. How many guys ate too much for Thanksgiving? Raise your hand.
Who had a
I'm
full
raising
meal
my
before they
hand.
came?
Guilty.
Too many fish tacos.
It was good though. Pineapple on fish taco.
Pineapple.
Fight me. It's long on fish taco. Pineapple's bomb. What do you mean, Coach Brandon? It says have to change the mentality at line at the youth level.
Change the mentality of the line.
I would rather just have, like, most teams actually have a blocking scheme rather than block the guy closest to you.
Right? Whoever's in front of you, hit him.
If we
Hit somebody.
Let's make that step first. Let's teach them, some blocking strategies. You got the gap on downs. You got the big on bigs. Hell, if you want to get into zone, let's get into zone.
What gets me is a lot of these levels.
He's saying everyone thinks just because their kid is big that they're a lineman.
Oh,
No. Athletes are athletes regardless of size. They can use size in a bunch of different ways too as well. But really, then, if that's the case you're making, just because you're big doesn't mean they're a lineman. I agree with you. Unfortunately, some of the league rules make them a lineman.
Exactly.
And that's what I hate about weight limits. That's my biggest gripe with weight limits.
Wind. Stop it. That's dark.
Yeah. Here you go. A little bit better now. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, wide receiver's got to get off the line. That was a good ball.
You can definitely tell the ones that have had training.
Yeah. That first one, he's had a little bit of work.
Yes.
We'll see what this guy's got here. Not so much. Still got the ball there. Just dropped the ball down by the hip. This is the kid we're talking about here. That's a good ball. Oh, man.
So effortless.
See if you can follow the ball in the air, or at least to the wide receiver. I usually try not to follow the ball. I just go from quarterback as soon as the throw goes, swipe it over to the wide receiver and find the wide receiver. Yeah, if they can't move and they aren't conditioned. They can't move, well, a lot of the big kids coming out for football, the reason why they come out for football is so they can start to move, because a lot of these big kids, they don't do nothing, and that's why they're in the shape that they're in. Conditioning, my only gripe with youth football conditioning is depending, like I like to tailor the conditioning to the position. So if you're a lineman, obviously you're going to have quick feet, but running laps around the field, linemen don't run more than 10 yards at a time, so it kind of bugs me.
Running for the sake of running.
Yeah, I don't like running for the sake of running. I do like strengthening those legs, a lot of core strength, balance, quick feet, not necessarily, just long distance running, but do the muscles have the stamina?
Position specific conditioning.
Ooh, big kid. Way to snag it out of the air.
Nice catch. We got some going on the other side.
And we're seeing a lot of wide receivers, a lot of athletes get exposed, not because of their lack of speed, but their lack of control of their speed. So they can sprint very quickly, but then with these drills where they're making them hit the brakes real hard and get out of turns cleanly, they're struggling. So, you know, great during the regular season, you just pitching the ball and they try to outrun everybody, but they're not able to make cuts. Ooh, good snag out of the air there.
Shut up.
Ooh, kid, the top side, tall kid, the top side at a whip.
Saw that, got that one.
He's got a little 3/4 release, but it whips out there pretty nice. I like it.
Oof.
I'm a little lackluster on the route too, so I'm not gonna put it all on the quarterback there because that guy looked like he was jogging it a little bit. What team is Darnell from? Townsell, the taller kid there. Oh, that's a nice little whip right there. I like that one. I like it a lot. He's got a nice smooth release. That's probably one of the few releases I've seen at this level so far that's really impressed me. And it looks so natural too. That's the good thing about it is he's he's not fighting his own body to get the ball out there. He's just.
Which one was that?
The the kid, the beanie, the taller one. He looks really good. That's a nice little whip right there. I like that big kid right there.
This one? Or the one that just
The one that just ran, but this one too. I see Darnell right here.
This one looks like a slash. An athletic kid that can throw.
Let's swap sides. We're gonna throw the out route. What are we throwing? Oh, we're in a slant. Oh, he is Modesto Rams JV QB this year.
Oh, there you go. That explains it.
Just undefeated, that's all.
Yeah.
So he's a wide receiver, originally a wide receiver. I'm sure he's an athlete all the way around for sure. And it's always funny at these ages. Sometimes parents like to say how they're going to be a wide receiver forever, a running back forever, a quarterback always, you know, through their entire career. And you just never know how it's all going to end up.
They become a defensive lineman.
Jeez. That was good. It was outside and you got to get to it.
They're stuttering their routes. They're not running full.
Yeah. They're just hitting the hard out route. Instead of running a speed out, they're running just a 5 and out. Good pitches and catches here. A lot of 3/4 release though.
So is that their release or is that just being lazy right now?
Some of them are lazy. Some of them it's natural.
Yeah.
Like that's the natural release that they have.
Like that?
Yeah, he's 3/4 naturally. Well, you can tell it gets even worse. It almost goes sidearm when he gets lazy though, Darnell. And poor guy that he's muscling that one through.
You can't reach.
Seems a little bit more natural there for him. Not bad. Tight if you can.
Yeah.
We got a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
Played for Junior Titans. We're going to the Modesto Rams. Interesting. A lot of competition out there for talent nowadays. Everyone's kind of moving around trying to find the team of the year.
The
Which
flavor.
it's kind of unfortunate that that's the way that is, but at the same time, that's only raising the level of competition for the area because if, you know, teams aren't doing well, now there's so much coverage for all these teams out there now that they can find a team closest to them that they may want to go to. And that's only going to raise the level of expectation for all these other franchises who may not be doing too well. They're going to have to, you know, spend some time, work with their coaches, get some better coaches out there. You know, you got to put in the work. Said Darnell has 0 QB training. Oh, I could have said that. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm saying he's got a natural throwing motion where he's not fighting his own body as he throws that ball out there, which is it's really nice. It actually makes it much easier for a quarterback coach to work with when the quarterback isn't trying to overcompensate, thinking he can't throw a football here and there. Overstride, but he got it there anyway. He's got that like a really big front step. I'd wish he'd stay in the frame a little bit more. Not bad. I like that one. That's a good whip.
Well, now, why'd you jump? I don't get why wide receivers always think they have to jump before they catch the ball.
Yeah, we're out here. So for everyone watching right now, we're going to be doing an Elevate all spring long. So make sure you guys join the Elevate channel. So right now we are doing it on the North Valley Empire channel, but look for one of our posts that we made earlier. We'll have links to the Elevate 7-on-7 YouTube channel that we just created. We're trying to get everybody over there because that's where we're going to be doing our lives over there, and all the highlights and stuff from today. We'll be looking at that stuff. Stay on the ground. Why y'all stay on the ground?
That's what I'm talking about, jumping before they...
The old school follow through there. Man, he's got a good arm and he gets it there. It's just like it's the only thing that he steps way far out in front to get that ball out there, and he's working against his own body. He's got enough power already as it is, but he could have more. Look at that whip. That's so natural to him.
Nice and touch.
It's
too.
easy. I don't know if he realizes how lucky he is to have that going for him right now. See how he oversteps and he's got that straight front leg. He's got a really strong arm. He's just got to reel it in. For him, it's just going to be about relief. Look at that. Oh, catch the ball. Catch the ball. God, catch the ball. That's the worst part of a quarterback right there. Catch the ball. Puts up a good one. Gotcha. So he'll be moving up next year with Darnell. I think in the spring they go off of, well, I have to double check the rules, I guess you could say. There's a bunch of different rules out there I'll have to double check on who qualifies for what level, but he's running with the 12U right now.
So are they saying Darnell's going to go up to varsity?
Yeah, well, at the very least next year he's saying 14U. But for right now, I'm not sure if he qualifies for the 12. He may qualify for the 12U level because it's spring rather than summer or fall.
Probably whatever he played in fall, they get to play in spring.
Okay, so they're saying, Brandon's saying, you're okay that if you're true to the date of the tournament. So age is the date of the tournament. We'll see. Gotcha. So yeah, at the time of the tournament, whatever age you are, that's the age you got to play.
So is that a coach you're talking to or a kid?
Just one of the guys we chat with on the live chat. Brandon, I call him coach. I don't know if you're an actual coach. That's a
Right.
term of endearment. That's why
Yes,
I say
it
coach.
is. Yeah,
Now, if I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like you know what you're talking about, you get the coach label pretty quick. and so far, like I said, you haven't steered me wrong. I mean, we can disagree on stuff, but you know, the overall what you're calling out is pretty cool. Like I'm okay with it. And also, if you paid to, you know, if you registered for this tryout today, you get one next week too. December 18th, they have another tryout, and you can actually go to both tryouts. So if you're here today and then you want to go next week, you can do that as well. We got one-on-ones down here at the bottom. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yep.
Cool. Let's do this. Flat route. Hit his hands, couldn't reel it in.
I hate when that happens.
He says he does know what he's talking. He says, "I do, coach."
But I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I'll
That
pretend.
doesn't, yeah. That doesn't sound true, but unfortunately, there's a lot of coaches that are like that.
Yeah. We see the pretenders out there.
Oh, yeah.
Some of us call them daddy ballers. My son plays quarterback and middle linebacker. He's 14U at 5'1" and 105 pounds.
There you go. I like it, though.
So he's independent. He does not tie
he's a
down
free
to a
agent.
team. Yeah, he's a free agent coach. We'll pick you up off of waivers or something. I think he put it in the area that he wanted the wide receiver to go to. Wide receiver is getting a little lazy.
Let's see this here.
Oh, he muscled that way. That's a pick. No confidence in his arm, so he did the big Tebow swing. He goes, he drops the ball down all the way down by the way, throws it all the way back around like a baseball player and throws it. And not only are you rolling the dice on the accuracy there, but you're not going to get the power because you're just fighting all the biomechanics that you have working for you. Oh, he said his son is a QB. That's why he doesn't coach. You can always coach a different level. Ooh, good catch.
I missed it.
No, I make fun of Tim Tebow not because he's a good or bad quarterback. I make fun of Tim Tebow's mechanics because those are inarguably terrible. He does get the job done, whether you like it
Hey,
or
he's
not.
got the best jump pass ever.
Tim Tebow, he did get the job done, whether you like him or hate him.
He's one of the greatest college quarterbacks ever.
Definitely one of the greatest college quarterbacks ever to play. For a ton of different reasons.
One of the greatest teams to have the most records ever.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about jail records.
Oh. Anthony Hernandez was part of that, wasn't
They
he?
had a bunch of them. They had like 4 felons on the team, or future felons.
Future fellas.
And then they had the godliest guy of quarterbacks ever. It was a well-diverse team.
Almost got there.
Nice catch.
A big catch to the top side, but can't get them all.
So much going on.
Coach Rand says felony free agents.
There you go.
I know that was the talk when the XFL first came up. I think it was XFL. Talking about background checks in order to be eligible to play.
Oh yeah, he hate me
Yeah.
that year.
Coach Rand said they'd make a great longest yard team.
Right?
It's true.
Mean machine, mean machine.
They're laying it up there for him, but these wide receivers aren't getting free. Getting harassed. Red Darnell, QB at the top side. Laid up the fade. Can't run underneath it. Yeah, he just let off the gas. I don't know why.
He put it in the right
He
spot.
did. He just had to run underneath it. That's why he laid it out there for him for it. So that's always.
Yeah, that's what I was saying it the way I was, right?
It was a perfect ball. Like that one, nice spiral, that point. That was good. Got last one in. Yeah, we'll oh, Nehemiah's gonna be out there, okay. So we'll get to see them next week, assuming they both come out. Saw a lot of shout outs from the TMP 209 7-on-7 trying to get at us. It was unfortunate. Vince got to us first. I was thinking about just doing like 7-on-7 in general for everybody, but I was like, that's a lot of tournaments. It's all over the place.
We're dipping our toe in it. So
yeah, and we haven't done too much 7-on-7 before. And we're probably going to end up doing this channel a lot differently than we do maybe the Empire channel. It's going to take some extra tools to get it done, but I think
there's a learning curve for sure.
Yeah.
Especially on my end right here.
They got people throwing.
Oh. Okay, where are they? Okay, yeah, now I see where they're throwing from. Cowboy.
Good out route. Good throw. Good ball placement too.
Now we just drawing it up in the sand over here.
Yeah.
Jeez. He's putting it on display today.
Oh, undercut. I get that ball out in front. That's a nice ball. Good ball.
Jeez.
Good ball.
And all that's natural ability too. That's the scary part.
Yeah, I'd imagine this is a coach, as long as you get in the right coach, because there are some coaches who overcorrect and they ruin a poor kid like that.
Well, they wanna have him throw correctly,
Well,
quote unquote, just let him throw, but improve the technique.
Yeah, just make sure.
Don't change
yeah,
it.
don't like a lot. There were so many good quarterback coaches that I saw that were way more, or a lot less about the throwing motion, a lot more about the feet. There was college coaches that coached nothing but feet. They could care about the upper body as far as the throwing motion goes. They didn't want to overcoach. But I agree. If you can get them comfortable with their feet in an area where they can get in and out of, pass rush, but also have their feet set in order for that motion that's already natural to some of these kids, it'd be good. Oh, did he come down with that? I don't know if he came down with it in bounds, but he did catch it. He might have had the one in at the last second.
I like the defense, though.
Throw the hands up. Hope for the best.
I think this young man is definite. Oh!
Oh, double route.
Oh!
Where's Coach Ralph? I don't see him on the field. That's because he's operating the camera right now.
On the field? Why would I be on the field?
Unless it's a different Coach Ralph.
Yeah,
Oh, that was in the right spot.
Missed it.
Just couldn't reel it in. A whip route. Got to the outside.
What was his name again? This quarterback?
Darnell.
What other Darnell football person do you know?
Besides the one in the program?
There you go. Thank you.
He knocked the football out of his hands. Watch.
All you hear is Halle Berry going, Darnell! It's the only test you've taken. People are like, what the heck are they talking
That's
about?
That's an old football movie right there.
Great movie.
Let me know if you guys have seen the movie The Program. If you guys haven't, make sure. Well,
don't make us feel any older than we already are.
That's what I just said. You know how I know you're old? That movie's like 30 years old now.
God.
When did that come out? It was in the 90s. I don't know if it was late 90s or not. Let's just put it this way. It's closer to 30 years old, I think, than 20 years old at this point.
So are you.
Late 20s? I'll take it.
That's Brian.
I'll lie. Still out here doing stupid stuff in the cold and rain.
I can collect AARP and I'm doing the same thing, so shut up.
Alright, let's see what they got out here. Gotta keep that front shoulder tight. You open up too much, man. Throw behind people. I wonder what those boom boxes auctioned off for Elevate.
Oh, I know, huh?
Those are pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
They were wrapped pretty cool.
Yeah. I was like, this is pretty dope boom boxes. And they got their sponsors out here too. They got Battle out here today. It's a pretty fun environment, pretty chill. Gotta reel that in. Get your hands and catch it. I appreciate the coaches out here, though. They're actually still coaching, even though it's a tryout.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Like, there's some tryouts out there. It doesn't matter. Gotta stick with them. Oh, bad ball. I don't know what the route was supposed to be on that, so maybe it's confusing the quarterback where that ball's supposed to go.
Just round it at the top and run.
Yeah. Well, he got him, like, a good, it was an outside release, but it was a rough outside release. And then he tried to bend it back, but once you get on top of them, just stack them up and go.
Now, Tell me what 10-year-old's going to understand what you just said.
Oh, that's true. Those are 10 too. I guess once you get past them, like just get right on top of them, get them trailing, and then give them a little juke at the top. I guess is how you would say it, at the top of the route, right when you're about to make your cut. Harassing him. There you go. See how he kind of leaned into him like he was going to go back out and then created the separation at the top of the route. I like it.
I have to remember that.
All right, so. What's the Eagles score? It says, holy smoke, Eagles are nice, but will be frauds once playoffs come.
Don't you mean Cowboys?
That sounds like Cowboys.
He's gotta be a Cowboy
sounds
fan.
like Niners. Because that's actually what's been true in the playoffs for those teams. They
But
go.
it's the injuries. We would have won the Super Bowl if half the team didn't get hurt. Says every Niner fan ever.
They make it to the playoffs a ton. They do. But
Who?
the Cowboys and Niners.
Cowboys don't. They make it once in a while, and then they never win.
They haven't won. When's the last time they won a Super Bowl? Troy Aikman there?
God. When the VCR was a thing.
when tape actually meant tape. Hey, don't worry, Sebastian. I'm a Detroit Lions fan, so you can go ahead and say what team you like.
What gets me is, how are you still favored?
Favored to beat a Tennessee team.
Right?
Vegas is backwards. They know something I don't. It's got to be rigged. Oh, man, he just grenade threw that one. You see him just a total big wind up in that throw.
Hey, at least he didn't.
I don't want your pity, Brandon. I don't want your pity. I don't want anyone's pity because I'm a Lions fan. Oh, they're doing better. They're doing good. They're fighting. I like what they're doing. I was like, shut up.
They've got a future.
Winning is still winning, y'all.
They're building. They're building.
Oh, he said, my team led a 98-yard touchdown drive against Baker. I feel you on that. The frustration is real this year for the Raiders, I tell you what.
God.
It's rough.
How funny.
You know, you hate it if it happened to you, but you're kind of happy for Baker, especially if it's within 48 hours you go in there and just sling it and let him just throw it around and win a game.
That's just raw ability.
I always feel like it's the coaching with the Raiders. I feel like they're always surrounded by a ton of talent, but just can never seem to put it together.
Coach is not a head coach. He needs to go back to being a coordinator.
I don't know who the coach is for the Raiders. I don't follow NFL too closely.
What's his face from the Patriots?
The Patriots?
Yes.
I only know Matt Patricia because he was terrible for the Lions and he went back to being.
On the opposite side of Patricia.
He's the offensive coordinator, the old offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a visor coach.
So
that should tell you something right there. That should tell you something right there.
We have a stereotype about visor coaches.
Visor coaches and Khaki Nation.
And the khaki. Oh, Josh McDaniels. That's right.
There you go.
Josh McDaniels. Thank you, Sebastian, for that. All right, let's go back over here on this side. They got full 7-on-7 going.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's fine. They don't care. They get a little sick at first. It's fine. So 3x2. Some playing tight on the inside, guys. They're gonna drag him underneath. Go deep. Oh, good catch.
Sorry,
Good
guys.
catch.
Rookie on the.
I saw it.
Rookie
You
on the
guys did.
camera.
You guys get to playing Coach Ralph this time. He's
Yep,
practicing
it's my fault.
using the
Rookie.
camera.
Rookie.
Stop
Next
recording.
week will be a whole lot better. What did? Oh, I get it. Shut up.
Oh. last time, Coach Brandon, not me, says last time Raiders were good, Musgrave was their offensive coordinator.
Oh my! Dang, you went Musgrave. You know the sad part is, I remember when Musgrave was a player though, for the Broncos.
I know you're old.
Yes, exactly. My point exactly.
All right, motion in from the inside here. Corner out. Overthrown. So I have a feeling because they remember I said, Coach Rob, you're going to see a lot of man under two.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the ways to beat that man coverage underneath is what you're going to see here. They do motions, and then they drag a lot. They're going to try to cross everybody up to get them to peel off of a man or can't keep up with the speed underneath.
Yep. You mean the complimentary route?
Oh, God.
We all know what you mean.
Yes, mesh routes.
Mesh routes.
I know you guys know what that means, but not everybody watching knows what that means if you're a parent and stuff. I have to describe it more watered down. There you go. Way to get it to him. It's kind of hard to tell who's who because everyone's
Kid's
wearing
like
black.
7 foot tall compared to some of these other kids.
But that's a good ball though. You want to get it up high for the taller kids.
Yeah.
You know, once that window opens up, you can predict that window opening up. You can get it up tall, and that way he's the only one that comes down with it. And I haven't done 7-on-7 for
High school.
since I was in high school. Really did 7-on-7 stuff. So
LA tournament.
I'm sure there's a lot of different strategies out there nowadays versus when I was playing. That's for sure, because that was a long time ago. We just ran 3 the whole time. We ran cover 3. We modified it every now and again, but for the most part, we ran cover 3 in our passing tournaments. We did really well with doing that because we were one of the few teams that ran a true zone scheme. But from what I've seen for a lot of the 7-on-7 nowadays, they run a lot of man under 2. Just they try to get up on the wide receivers a little bit, play some trail technique, knowing that they got some help over the top.
When you were at Dakota, the spring ball, was it true 7-on-7 or just practice 7-on-7?
No, it wasn't like competitive 7-on-7 for the sake of winning a 7-on-7 game. It was actual our pass plays, real pass plays versus real defensive setups and things like that. So
it's just literally 7-on-7, but practice.
Yeah.
It was scrimmage without the lineman.
It was basically just scrimmage. That's Darnell at quarterback right now.
Yep. He's gonna. Some of these kids he's gonna throw right through their hands.
Yeah, he's got some tenure with them. Or what looks like
Well, we'll see
tenure.
what kind of touch he has then.
It does have some good touch. Makes me wonder where those quarterback trees are at. Oh, it's right there.
He's going for it all.
Okay, so Coach Brandon's kind of confirming. He says a lot of man and 7-on-7 right now. That's why you see a lot of mesh routes and rub routes. Makes sense. Probably see a lot of pre-snap motions, all that stuff, just to try to get momentum going one way and run some whip routes and things like that, just to get them off their back. I think that's why 7-on-7's gotten a lot more physical now too. I'm kind of, well, I guess what would be the downfall nowadays is just going back to a true zone scheme and just kind of switching up the zones. We don't do that anymore, or is that too old school now? Or
Right in the middle.
he was wide open. He had him beat to the inside.
And I like the fact that he didn't zip the ball. He put a little, he held it back a little bit.
Right.
Not to throw it into his.
Like that. Coach Brandon says, only bad thing I see is cornerbacks don't seem to understand where they want to try and force wide receivers as far as holding their leverage and filtering wide receivers the right way. In a zone scheme, yeah. I mean, in a zone scheme, you kind of have to do that, right? Because every zone's going to have a certain weakness, and if you're not, holding the correct leverage and, rerouting wide receivers into the strength of your coverage, you're going to get beat a lot by any quarterback that somewhat understands zone defenses.
He looks so much older out there than everybody else.
And they said they try zone, but it's harder for kids to learn, so a lot of programs want to win now rather than develop and spend a lot of time.
That's the problem. That's how you can look at the high schools and see what kind of youth program they have.
Yeah. And Coach Brandon's 3 to force them to the inside and 2 to force them to the sidelines.
See, he definitely doesn't sound like he knows what he's talking about.
Not at all.
God, fakers.
I've seen some. I mean, I guess it depends on the kind of two scheme or how your safeties run your two scheme. Because I know that there are some two schemes that have the corners try to really force the wide receivers to stay inside because they like to leave their safeties on the hashes. You can almost say the same thing. I've seen some cover three schemes where they do try to keep it to the outside. Just to
say that 3 times fast.
I know, because I'm getting schemes and steams and all these other things. And
Shower skills.
Just a bunch of word jargon. Yeah, there's a bunch of little modifications that I like that teams do with their zone schemes to make it a little bit different. But traditionally, you're right, Coach Brandon. That 2 is stick them to the outside. Make sure they're not working the middle of the field, especially the post route, which seems to be one of the big things. Especially if you don't have like a Tampa 2 thing going where your middle linebacker can actually drop. Nothing over the middle there.
It's going to be constant because the clouds keep covering
so
partial covering too.
Yeah, now you know my struggle. That's what I do now.
I know.
Like coaches just got the drawing board up, just kind of showing everybody what they're doing. So absolutely right, Coach Brandon. That's the big one, right? We're not just covering grass out there. It's the knowing, your zones, the actual divisions of the field, other people's responsibility. And he says when to release a man and when to pick up the next man. That's for sure. Because if you want to carry a man, if no one's gonna, have you come back to your zone, right? If you got no routes that are coming. Like say if you're, a squat 2 corner. Right? You want to carry a man if no one's going to come back into that flat. Try to minimize that gap on the sideline. But if you're not paying attention too, you get carried out of your zone. If you leave your zone and you're supposed to be squat 2 in the flat, then you're just a bad corner. You're not paying attention. You're not doing your homework. So you do have to see a lot of different things in zone. So maybe it is a little bit tougher. Ooh.
Was that a progression I just saw?
Ooh. That was ball placement right over the defender, too.
But it was look right, went in the middle, then through left. I was like, progression?
Not bad, not bad. So what'd they do, divide into 3 teams here and rotating them through? Probably a cool way of doing it.
Let's see how this quarterback does.
Left on the corner, mismatch in height. Can't really forgive the separation though. Even as a small corner, you want to stay in the hip pocket the whole time. And then if you can't out jump the man, hopefully when they catch it, they bring it back into their body and you just knock it out then. But it's really hard to compete against some really tall wide receivers, especially the ones that can jump and get above you.
But at least the technique should be there.
Yeah, the separation is basically what I'm getting at. Like, there shouldn't be a separation. You at least want to make it as hard as possible to catch that football.
Do everything fundamentally right, and if you get out-bodied, you know, it's not your fault. Working with what you got.
So we're going man underneath and 2 over the top. Middle of the field here, double covered. Good job for the safety. Kind of stay on the hash for as long as possible and had to throw the ball that way.
One thing I am impressed with is some of these quarterbacks, they're not just throwing to areas or throwing, you know, like we've seen during the fall season.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually scanning the field.
Oh, it's a lot easier to do when you have no rush.
This is true too.
You put a rush in their face, all of a sudden they come back with a completely different quarterback.
Throw it
That's
up,
what
go
makes
get it.
7-on-7 a little bit more fun too, because you don't have that rush. You get a little bit better passing game. Underneath. Good job, corner. Good technique. There's a decent ball. Try to squeeze it in there, but he's all over his back and just chopped that arm on the outside. Couldn't bring it in. We're gonna roll, look back left, and throw the backside post. We got that safety to move over a little bit. You missed it, coach. You missed it.
I tried a different technique of what I've been doing. I can't do that. I'm looking here, and then I'm looking out there to see where he's looking. I go, okay, the camera's gonna go that way. See, if I watch this, I can't see anything else, and I miss it. So if I go here and then, okay, that way, go from here to there. My progression.
Does it make you appreciate what I've been doing?
No, I know.
It's tough because you have to look almost like, okay, I can get it, and then I'm looking not in the actual screen, but I'm looking in the field so I can find it, and then I have to come back.
And then
to the
you look
screen.
at that's exactly what when I catch them, that's what I've been doing. So I was just trying different things and say, okay, I got to stick to the way I was doing it. Let's see this one. New QB.
We got a lot of people in the back of this field. It's confusing for me. Okay. Ooh, set wide for the safeties. Get over to the fade. Nope. Couldn't drop it in there.
A lot of kids now.
Coming up for the next level.
Yep. Well, they're all over the place now. So, how many do they carry each level, I wonder?
I'm not sure. If you guys know, how many do these 7-on-7 teams usually roster per team? I would say around maybe 20, maybe less.
I would think maybe a little less. Because 20 is like...
Yeah, because a lot of them are going to be playing both ways, right? So I think 14 because you have 7 and 7, but probably carry a little bit more.
Between 15 and 20, I would think.
Okay. That might be
I would
right.
guess. I have no idea. That was just my guess.
Gotcha. So they got the 14U squad coming up here in about half hour, and then they have the 5-on-5. They have the linemen and the high school coming up.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
Yeah, the big boys for that. They say 20 skill players and 2 QBs.
Well, okay.
That sounds about the ballpark, right? And I guess it would depend on the organization, what kind of players you have, and it could be plus or minus, 3?
And then the thing is, too, is those 20 players, those are quality players,
Yeah, they
too.
are. Underneath, that drag route's open. She said that's what Elevate will be doing. Okay.
Okay, thank
Thank you. Appreciate that.
We're learning, too.
We're rookies at this 7-on-7 stuff here. Haven't done 7-on-7 since it was
How many years? How many years? Go
a
ahead.
long time.
Tell us.
A long
How many
time.
years?
That's how
years?
long.
Call me old.
Corner route. No one there.
No, there was a lot there.
Wow, no one there to catch it.
Yeah, there you go. It's like 6 people in an area.
Yeah, making sure the routes have the right depth too. That's going to be a big thing. But that's going to come with once they finalize the roster and stuff like that. They're going to
Once they weed out the ones that
yeah.
aren't getting it.
Yeah. Well, once they get the roster set, then they can iron out those details and stuff to make sure.
Well, you can be nitpicky now too. Where now you're just trying to find the athletes that will get it.
No, I remember high school.
Okay, right there tells you you're old.
I remember when.
I remember when.
Grass fields.
Oh, how I miss those. Especially
Well, they
this
used to
one.
give high schools a lot of crap in the spring for throwing footballs around. Like it was kind of looked at as cheating for a while, unless you were part of a club team, so you had to rename your club, your high school a club team.
AAU.
Yeah,
yes.
it was all AAU stuff
Yep.
for sure. And the rules were stupid back then.
Right.
They're still kind of stupid now, but whatever. It's not like no one goes out and like touches the football and no touch a football. It's like, get real.
Right.
Oh, you can only hit X amount of hours of practice. Whatever.
No, and you can only hit X amount
Oh,
of
yeah, right.
hours
It's like, who's doing that?
scrimmage.
Who's measuring that? Do you have like the police coming around and
Right, that's right. That's
and
what we
timing
called it.
people with the stop clock? Like, no,
The
no one's
football
doing that.
police.
You can't tell me some of these elite high school football teams are adhering to the amount of hours. It's like, no
Yeah,
way.
Bosco never touches a ball all season.
Yeah. Brad says, offensive coordinator's got to make sure to make it easy on the QBs to work one side or the other of the field depending on coverage. It all depends on the QB, right? Like you can have a good arm, but you have a good understanding of coverages in the game. That's going to be
That'll make you good or elite.
yeah. That really separates the men's from the boys there. So thanks for the info. I'll be doing first year as offensive coordinator once football season starts.
Where at?
I think I talked to you earlier, Sebastian. Are you going to be? Is that series that you're coaching OC for? Is that 12U level or 14U level? I'm not sure. I don't know if it was you I was talking to a while back. I'm trying to remember all these conversations in the comment section. Is really
Right.
tough.
Well, it's because it's always pop in, pop outs, and it's just like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, serious. Hey, I was right. Hey, I do pay attention sometimes.
Sometimes.
Just always be learning. That's the thing.
Never
The
stop.
game changes a lot every year. Rolls right, throws the out. Not bad. Little bit to the inside, but complete is complete. Yeah, I think that's a good starting point, Coach. The QB should be able to understand single and double high and know where they should be working the left to the right side depending on play design. I think that's a good starting point.
But thank you for not coaching down.
Yeah, that's the big thing because
That's a
these young
huge
kids
thing.
can understand that stuff. How many
Yes.
safeties do you have?
No, but if you just say
Count
throw to an area, we'll make sure the receiver's there and this and that, that's coaching down.
Yeah,
Understanding the game.
like
is the
determining
most
who you're going to
important
throw
part.
to, like
Yeah.
before the play even starts, before you even looking at the defense.
Right?
Running the ball all the way down into the red zone and then throwing a pick. That also gets on my nerves a little bit too.
The Pete Carroll School of Red Zone.
Defensive coordinators make good quarterback coaches. Sometimes it's not teaching them what to do. Sometimes it's teaching them what not to do.
That's why the best offensive coordinators are usually offensive linemen, especially centers.
Oh yeah, because they understand not just
Everything.
Yeah, they understand the blocking schemes associated with the actual play designs, and then they understand fronts and defenses too as well. Maybe not so much around the secondary, but they understand the box at least.
Yeah. That's why I kind of hope Jeff Saturday stays with it as far as coaching. That's why he was coaching high school. So that was the start. Just work your way through it.
Ain't nothing wrong with the old double wing there, Coach. Double
Oh,
wing,
no.
double wing's fine. It's just understand the pros. There's pros and cons to every single offense. Understand what the double wing is, and don't try to make it something that it isn't.
Don't have to improve on it.
Yeah. Putting it in pistol doesn't always make it good. Sometimes just being a little bit old-fashioned under center and then adding the wrinkles out of that, that's fine too.
Situations or
Situation.
situational. That's what you
Yeah.
use.
Pre-snap reads are huge because at the youth level, who truly is disguising defenses, if we're being honest.
Who actually adjusts?
Yeah, I think at the older levels, you'll probably see a lot of disguising defenses. I would expect that at least the 14U level to start disguising defenses. And then definitely from the high school level, you should be disguising your coverages. At least a little bit, because at that point, high school QBs are understanding and making reads, not just pre-snap, but post-snap reads. It could pick you apart if you're just going to be real stiff in your coverages. You could run some spread concepts out of double wing. I mean, I know traditionally double wing is double tight and two wings real tight, but
Just make it your own.
yeah, as long as they understand a system and they're learning the fundamentals.
And understand your personnel too.
Oh yeah, don't try to make your players overfit a scheme, I guess you could say. Like, we have to run double wing, and it's like you got a quarterback that can throw for days and wide receivers that can catch, and they're all tiny. You're sitting there trying to run double wing, you know. Just make sure you evaluate the talent, make sure it fits the scheme that you're trying to run, and make adjustments. Good football offensive coordinators will be able to put their best players in a position to win. Oh man, I felt like he could have got to that one. In that corner there. He missed it. Yeah, Coach Brandon, actually, we used to run cover 2 and cover 3 at the 12 and under level back in the day. It was very basic. And the reason why we got away with it is because no one else ran zone. So these quarterbacks, they would see these wide receivers running by, you know, their defenders sometimes, or just release them, and then throw picks all day to us. It was great. They would never see safeties over the top. They would never see corners sitting in the flats. They would just be picking balls off, taking them to the house. It was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. But it was, all things considered, pretty stiff cover 2 and cover 3 zone techniques. We didn't get too elaborate with it. We kept it easy. We just noticed that a lot of the secondary like to... We had a lot of smart kids. Let's just put it that way.
We were very fortunate.
Yeah, we were
on the
fortunate,
kids that we
at least
had.
on the smart team. And I would say that the game might be shifting back to not necessarily spread passing concepts, but back to spread running concepts.
A lot of fly.
A lot of that and a lot of the read options, like that old school triple option that's coming back in, but they call it read option out of the gun. You know, you see the Lamar Jacksons of the world and stuff like that running it. But that's really bright, ain't it?
So I was doing it slowly.
It's just how shiny the field is right now.
And the reflections off the cloud, reflection off
Yeah,
the
we got a lot going on. There's a lot of weird lighting going on right now. It's
Yeah.
up and down for us, so apologies for that. One-on-ones out here at the 10U level. What up, Coach? Miss playing for y'all, man. AJ. The AJ with the long hair? Empire?
Empire AJ?
Empire AJ? I missed you. I missed you too, bro. If that's the case.
Is that who it is?
I don't know.
Hair AJ?
It was fun. It was fun. We had a good time with the Robertsons as a coaching staff and Coach Horse and all them.
Alex got a new job.
Yeah, it is that AJ. What's up?
Wow.
Good shit. What's going on, man? I hope you're doing well. And
Last night
say hi to
he
your
was
brother
at
Jeremiah.
Edison High School back in the day.
Yeah.
From Stagg to Edison, I think it was.
Coach Sebastian says, I want to bring something new to the old offensive coordinator was more of a running coach and misuse a QB with an arm. Just want to get the little play action working. Seems like the right direction to go. If you got somebody who could throw,
Right.
definitely use it. You know, youth football coaches are pretty stuck on using the run to set up the pass, but don't be afraid to use the pass to set up the run.
Amen.
If you can throw and you can throw efficiently, use it, soften that defense up, and then run right at him and get yourself free 10 yards. Who did a good job? Junior Rams did a good job doing that. They would throw very consistently,
Yes.
and then once they softened up the defense a little bit and they started getting scraping, they would just run right at you and get a good grip of yards, and they didn't even need the best blocking in the world to get it done.
But then you have the exceptions to the rules, like the Cowboys.
Yeah.
What, you gonna try to make us pass? No. We're just gonna run
Which
even
is,
more.
yeah. Well, they played a good numbers game. They really did. I guess try to get back over here on this side. So I think what we're gonna do right now, since things are coming down to just
A little
bit about nothing now, we're gonna go ahead and stop the stream. We'll bring it back up here in a second. We'll have the 14U coming up next. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Thanks guys for watching. We'll be back in a little bit.